Dude, here's the feeling. Oh, you talking about me?
Yeah.
Size 11 and a half.
Really?
That's not too big.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to BoyFlop episode 38. 38. I'm Family Jules. We're actually in a new place, so if it sounds different, it's because we're in a new place, and we'll talk about that in a second.
And John's not here.
John is not here, but who is
I
you?
am not here right now.
Yeah, John's upstairs being sick and stupid and whatever. Something's always wrong with that boy. Perpetually.
So, I'm Family Jules.
I'm not John, but Rich.
Okay,
and we're joined by two special guests today.
Yeah, one of them is we're just gonna bump immediately up to honorary boy, which is.
I am honored. Thank you. The 8-bit drummer.
The 8-bit
Hello.
honored.
This is your third time on this thing?
No, second
Second time, but I think I'm getting.
You weren't on the
entering
podcast.
the cheat code.
Yeah, you weren't on the
Before.
podcast. We wanted you on there, but I was like, nah.
Yeah. Last time we were here, it was just like, okay, we're kind of tired from recording, so it's like I'm done.
You've like flown across the country to be here, like almost as much as Adriana.
Yeah, I know it's bad.
You've been here like a few times. So 8-bit drummer's here, and who else? Who are you?
Special guest.
My name is Jackson Parodi.
Hey!
Hello.
What is it that you do, Mr. Parodi?
On the internet, mainly, I'm an accordion player. I have a YouTube channel where I upload accordion covers, mostly of video game music. I've also recently...
Russian national anthem.
That was one of my first 10 videos, or my first dozen videos. It was my first video to get over 100 views. I remember that.
Really?
I remember that. I'm sure you remember that too.
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys remember similar milestones.
It's goony. It's pretty. It's a pretty fun channel, just because you still have that appeal of pure talent, pure absolute creative talent, yet fucking air mattress in the back, like clearly just like your fucking pad, which I feel like is what YouTube's about, which is kind of like what I feel like we're kind of like shying
Air
away
mattress
from.
in the background.
Well, I mean, it's just like you're not getting the full fucking like, ooh, I put a lot of money into the production of this. Like, it's just pure fucking like, this is me. This is what I'm about. Here we go. Fuck all that. Fuck
It's
all that
more
lighting.
natural.
Yeah, it's natural. Yeah. I feel like you have more of a emotional attachment to that. And us three in the Boy Shack, I mean, we're just trying to fucking cut all emotion from our videos. Like,
well, I can't really control that either way.
We were watching some of your early videos, and you
Stop.
actually it's funny how like you started
stop.
at
Rachel's sitting next to me, and this is her fault.
Yeah, like a moderate level of emotion in your beginning, and then you've just like gone all the way down to like serial killer.
You don't know any better, but like that video, I imagine it's the 5,000 sub special. I was so happy there is because I was finding I was putting music in a AAA game.
Yeah.
Like the composer called me up personally, so I was pretty like, "Hey guys, I'm doing okay today." But then I think the phrase I used last night when you watched that again was, "Now I know better."
Yeah.
So anyway,
I'm not exactly sure. I'd agree though about the emotional thing. Maybe I'm sure you feel it's that way, but I think at a certain point, it's fun. I mean, this is such a fun, like an interesting experience to be in, like for you guys, and like for me, reflecting that and looking through my experience. I listen to Rich's music. Listen to Rich's music, like in the software in the computer. I love that. Like hearing your arrangements before we were recording this stuff, and after that, like that's fantastic. I like that experience, like almost as much as like the video, like the watching video experience.
I'm not used to getting genuine compliments that aren't flippant.
Damn.
It's like,
no,
my name's Rich. Everybody hates me.
It's true.
To put it bluntly, like it's simply, if shout out to Gabe Ocarina. You watch Gabe Ocarina video. The dude has like a the most joyous.
Yeah.
It's just like
he's the happiest boy.
Having the happiest time in his life. Our good friend Thunder Scott. He's super animated in his face thing. But then you watch Rashad EB video, and
here's the flippant. Okay,
I'm not being flippant.
Okay,
what it does for me as a listener is it makes me work a little bit harder, which is not a bad thing to say. I have to work harder and I have to listen more, and I'd be like, what is this guy actually saying? Because visually, I'm not getting a lot of very barefaced, quote emotional stuff. The emotional stuff is beneath the first layer.
It's like hidden.
And it's hidden, but it takes work, and it takes something on the part of the viewer. Rich, when he's doing his video, he's not just telling you feel this way. This is the happy part. This is the sad part. This is the weird part. This is the smiley part.
Right.
He's like, listen to it, and then you find out for yourself. Is this the happy part? I don't know. Is it? Listen to the end of True Lab compared to the beginning. Is the emotion different? Yeah. Is it strong? Hell yeah.
You want to know what the emotion was that I was trying to convey through that piece? Give me money, 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 give me money. No, I'm just kidding. No, I appreciate it, man.
I don't know. I think it's cool. I think it's. I mean, we all, like, including John, we all started in the, like, fucking parents' basement, parents' attic, fucking video.
John's still not out of that.
Yeah. No.
He just moved to somebody else's attic.
Yeah, he's in someone else's basement now.
Yeah. No, I feel like that's kind of an important trait, though. I mean, you're not. You know, it's clearly not like the audience is not being fooled. You know, the audience doesn't feel like, wow, like this person's trying really fucking hard to make me think that this is this big professional, like big budget production. When I think a lot of people gain kind of just they almost see like the inside world of the performer. If you know,
I think
giggity, you're in their fucking room.
I think to a certain degree, like that type of approach to doing YouTube videos, like a lot of like what comes to mind is 331 E-Rock's old videos.
Yeah.
Is like people go on YouTube and they don't expect to see like Ryan Gosling or something. They go online to see someone they don't know do something really cool that they're passionate about, and to see someone like Jackson or like that. There is an article about a guy who did this crazy guitar solo to a like just a video game track in front of his webcam, or like Eric's old videos. It's just some guy like you who's really good at stuff. You don't have to be a Hollywood superstar to be cool and do cool stuff.
Right. Well,
you know?
I mean,
that's kind of like that's really like I think that's kind of like intriguing. It's kind of inspiring.
Yeah. No, it's the difference between watching a video like, you know, one of E-Rock's videos with like, I don't know, Peter Hollins or like, you know, fucking what the fuck's her name? Violin girl.
Lindsay Sterling.
Wow.
It kind of has that parallel like with movies. Like I don't like watching like horror movies, for instance, because like I know it's fake. You know what I mean? But on the internet,
you're fake.
You look up some like creepypasta stuff, and you're like, this could be real. We don't know.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's that
it's
element
like,
of like unknown.
It's it's like because everything on the internet is basically just us, but personified on a computer screen, if that makes sense. Like it's real life, technically, most of the time.
It's just someone else's like intimate thoughts put out there. It's not like a production that a lot of people worked on with like a bunch of money and
exactly. Stuff. It's a lot more natural, and that's why internet things scare me a lot more than like like actual what's it called? Videos and stuff. Yeah, no, not that. That's just stupid.
You mean like the Twitch streams where shit like actually goes down and stuff? Like, dude, like when you actually watch the VODs of people getting like swatted, like it's like
that's legitimately terrifying.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's like that's some of the most terrifying things to watch ever. It is like because you know that this is real, you know that this is happening. Or like the guy that we talked about this on the other BoyFlop with the guy, the Pokemon Go player
who was in Central Park.
Central Park and got fucking mugged like live on.
That was fucked up.
Yeah,
I wonder if that guy ever got caught. Like there's
like he's on video, man.
Yeah, I mean like that's like okay, so you're on video, bro.
Yeah, but I feel like you know. Again, like fucking.
There's just a twinge of realism to everything on the internet that like movies and stuff can't convey. I know it's like a weird segue, but
it's, like it's I think it's kind of in the same line of thought because it hits closer to home.
Yeah.
Because again, it's just like maybe not so much now because now I feel like YouTube and Twitch is starting to get more towards just like like e-celebs and stuff, but it still like has that element of just this is just some fucking guy in his mom's house.
Yeah.
You know. It's more relatable, I think.
The technology's gotten to the point the barrier of entry is almost non-existent. It's so incredibly low.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
and
YouTube's free, Twitch is free, cameras are cheap.
We all and that has repercussions that we all know because everyone can be in it. So that means the level of quality from us has to be higher. But it has a lot of unintended maybe consequences or things that we don't immediately think about that can sort of startle us or scare us.
I'm gonna get some fucking WD-40 for that.
I know, I keep squeaking. I'm intending that. That's not my intent to be like...
I know. It's funny though.
Let's get some aloe vera.
That chair's one of those, like, it's hard to make squeak, but, like, you do it, like, when you act... Yeah, there you go. It's, like, not that, but, like, then when you're just, like, kind of moving around, it's like, like, right there. I'm sorry.
It's warm in this room. No, I'm fine.
Here, like, let me move... Okay, so, we're actually recording in my studio for the first time.
Where there's no ventilation.
No ventilation in here, I'm sorry, but it's gonna sound better and it's comfier. There's a couch.
Because the peanut gallery is outside cackling at Ace... whatever.
Ace Waters Attorney.
Ace Waters Attorney.
Ace Waters here.
I like
1
Ace.
year ago, I uploaded Undertale.
The end.
The end.
Shout outs to Ace
What
Waters.
is the Game Boy doing?
Why hasn't Ace been on BoyFlop yet?
Because he doesn't like SoCal. He's always like, the Pacific Northwest is just superior in every. And it's like,
There's
Ace,
no-
fucking come visit, you asshole.
There's no good coffee in any part of the world.
Dude, we have fucking Mexican coffee and shit.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't
It's
think
just coffee, except near Mexico.
Yeah, dude.
They don't have any hat stores in Southern
I
California.
thought what's like the Mexican coffee? The fucking
It sounds like a euphemism.
what?
Mexican
coffee?
Papa.
Is it for what? What would Mexican coffee be a euphemism for?
Like, like you know how John Young does like a smoothies in like a blender thing?
Okay.
Like that, but with like feces from like 8 different people all in one
Jesus.
blender.
Oh, Papa.
Jesus. Okay.
That is a Urban Dictionary definition right there.
Yeah, that's pretty.
You better
Mexican
jump on that.
coffee.
Or somebody listening will fucking jump on that for Urban Dictionary. We'll
That's
upvote it.
gross.
We'll go and upvote
It's like a medley of mierda.
I was surprised at your ability to speak Spanish. Like we did that stream of Kronos. I think like the first night you were here, and you like gave a full fucking Spanish lesson. Like what can you not do, Jackson?
I cannot do a lot of things.
No,
I cannot do most things.
Yeah.
It's real, like we went to that little 24-hour like burrito stand, the little barrel place down the road
God,
that we take everyone to, that everyone tends to like. And John Parecki did this too. He just walked up and started speaking fluent Spanish, except his has like a heavy like actual Spanish dialect, I guess.
Yeah.
So they looked at him a little weird because it's not like the Mexican dialect.
Yeah.
But like you started doing that too, and then like I feel bad because I walk up, I'm like, yeah, let me get a huevos ranchero, extra mayonnaise and a Baja Blast.
Sounds like people from where I live. Good God.
Yeah, sorry. Like
Let me get
I'm
a taco there.
Let me get
Take
an
it home. We'll take the
enchilada.
leftovers, put them in the Frigidaire. It'd be great.
Frigidaire. I first heard Frigidaire from you, man.
Frigidaire?
Frigidaire.
I didn't think that was an actual thing.
That's funny.
Yeah.
It's
Fucked up.
That's more so, I think, West Virginia. There's a lady I knew from West Virginia.
Shout out to David Russell.
I like David Russell.
I guess that's kind of like ambulance.
Yeah, ambulance,
Ambulance.
watermelon, all them, you know?
Yeah, like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people don't realize that, like, these are actual, like, things that people
yeah.
say. Like,
I ain't got no insurance.
got no insurance. No, it's
weird.
It's weird. It's weird that we have, like, we have a lot of people come here, and they're all from different, I mean, we got fucking Canadians and shit. And,
You said people, so
right,
let's
right.
stay on topic.
well, no, I was keeping them separate.
Okay.
No, it's really funny, you know, than having like you, Jared, or you know people from Florida, just and getting like almost all of America here in this boy shack. We have a lot of fucking yeah, it's terrible. So so we just went to fucking TwitchCon and stuff, and it was it was interesting.
It was boy-tastic.
Like I mean I feel like you were the only other person I think besides Chatia who's here that went to TwitchCon last year.
Yeah.
And I mean I've been downselling it like crazy to you guys. Like I felt like the last TwitchCon was like
Yeah, you're just like, it's literally just a porta potty with the Twitch logo on front and the fat guy standing outside eating a burrito.
Yeah. No, like it like I hate to say it. No, I don't. Fuck it. It was a mess. Like fucking like
It's a bounce house with a capture card.
dude, the capture card can't fucking stream. Like there you go. No, like all the fucking streams were a mess. They didn't have like chairs for everybody on the panel. I literally sat on Danny B's lap for the entire music panel. My performance was like surprisingly kind of went over pretty well, but I had monitors that were on the floor. There were literally people like in the audience coming up to the stage in front of my monitors. Like that's how far away they were from me.
That's not correct.
No, it's not correct. I mean, it's correct for like, you know, apparently, you know, they have like the CEO of Twitch come up there and talk or whatever.
For
and,
corporate stuff, for non-music stuff, that's
Right.
probably okay.
Right. Is that so? You just played the talent show. Is that what they had for you too?
Yeah, that was the setup they had. They didn't have wedges on stage. I'm sure they could have probably made in-ears work, but I mean, like who?
But for all of
but
the...
like who of us is big enough to bring their own in-ear system, and why would they go through the
Right.
But no, I think like how many acts like there weren't really any that would have benefited really from monitors or would have needed them. Sleepy Tech or Slobby Tech.
Yeah.
Sleepy Tech.
I don't know, because there was a few like acts that were revolving around like dancing and cues like that, and they seemed kind of lost half the time. And I think it's not because they were bad, because they're not. I think it's because they couldn't hear the music.
Yeah.
I mean, well, also the rehearsals, we didn't have there was not a lot of rehearsal time. Like nobody could run through their full act. It was a weird stage.
That sounds familiar.
You know,
The stage had like a step in the middle.
And I was so nervous. Like I was watching the dancers. I have to remember like they're professionals or like they've been doing this for a long time.
Yeah.
They've all been doing this longer than I've been playing music. So it's like they if I'm thinking about these things, they have thought about them way ahead of time.
Right.
You know, one of the other performers, Aditi, she was the belly dancer. I talked to her a whole bunch.
That's awesome.
She was very very cool. She was talking to me a lot about like belly dancing and the traditional aspects of it.
Are you gonna get into it?
Maybe the musical part. She said that like in general, as you would probably imagine, they prefer performing with live music, with live bands. And if it ever comes at like, you know, as Jackson, we needed an accordion player or we need a performer, a band member for this belly dancing, I would do that in a second, man.
Yeah.
That sounds like so much fun.
My classical guitar teacher did a lot of stuff for belly dancers and
really?
stuff. Yeah. And he was like one of those like he's one of those just like he prefers to like sit at home and practice more than he does perform a lot. Like I'd be like, hey, you know, when's your next performance? I'd love to see it. And he'd go, oh, I got one lined up for 2018, and this was like 2013 and stuff. It's like, oh damn. But like he was definitely like every time I've worked with a belly dancer, it's always been an amazing experience. It feels awesome. So yeah, you should fucking look for it. Any listeners at home, BoyFlop listeners, belly dancers.
Belly dancing, and if you have any classes or schools. When I was in college, I did one collab project. A lot of us did with the dance department. It was separate from the music department. It was one of my most like fun, most enjoyable like collaborative projects ever. Like that one, and I did music for a short film. I really enjoyed working with artistic non-musicians. The dancers, it was these two ladies. They were so great. They were so enthusiastic. And the filmmaker, the director I was working with, and I think it was a lot of fun. Working with non-musicians is fantastic. Really, like with dancers or with movie makers, with visual artistic people. It's really awesome.
Yeah. Well, you fucking killed it on the fucking TwitchCon stage. They had you last, like save for the best for last, in my opinion. I was actually gonna say, as far as monitors, like who else? There were a few music acts as well.
It was about happy music acts. Well, you asked before about monitors. For me, I didn't need them in the first place. I rarely need them, and usually I can't use them. I need to get an in-ear system. Dude,
yeah, that's actually my in-ear right there, and I fucking love it. I had in-ears for my show, and like apparently they didn't work so well for Adriana, but dude, like saved my life.
Seriously, well, I mean, like there's some metal bands that they have no, like almost no stage volume or no stage volume. What's that one? Like they do everything through whatever their amp sims or something like that. Trivium. Trivium does. I think they have no stage volume. If I'm not wrong. I mean, except like drums.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
I mean, knowing that, I mean, I guess. Damn.
There's a lot of bands with just like digital setups that literally just plug right into the PA and call it good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what's the name that's not Axifex? I forgot.
There's Kemper.
Kemper, yeah.
There's also like Line 6 Helix.
If I'm not wrong, I think Trivium does it. I think like all their guitars, they just go through like their Kemper system direct to the PA, in-ears, and boom boom.
Yeah. If it works, it works.
God bless.
Yeah. But yeah, no, TwitchCon, I mean, other than, you know, the amazing performance from you, the silly performance I did, like I got to finally like play the demo of Ukulele, and you played that too. That's the game that the old Rare team brought Platonic together.
They brought the band back together.
To make a successor to Banjo-Kazooie. What were your thoughts on it first? I was just curious.
All the things I liked. Well, we played for about 5 or 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes, something of the demo they brought there. Apparently, the dude said that like the first playable North American demo, or American demo. That was pretty cool. All the things from what I experienced the gameplay, all the things I liked about Banjo-Kazooie were there, and all the things I didn't like Banjo-Kazooie were there. So faithful is the word I would use. So if you like Banjo, if you're crazy about Banjo, then you're probably going to get into, you know, at least from what we saw there.
I'm probably gonna 100% it because I'm a nerd.
You were down with it. You were down with the strap.
The what?
You were enjoying it.
Yeah, absolutely. It was fucking awesome.
For sure.
Honestly, like last year at TwitchCon, like I feel like the only game that they had there, like they had Rock Band last year, and then literally nothing else.
I was like, actually, the way that I met you was through playing Rock Band. Because like I met you the night before after your concert. I was just like, hey, Jules, how you doing? And you had to like rush.
I was like, whatever, kid.
Yeah.
Like,
and then I remember because I was up in a panel and I was really tired. Yeah. And Homick, he texts me and goes, dude, we're about to play Rock Band with Jules. You want to come down and play? I freaking jumped down that escalator just to come and play because I was super excited about it.
I feel like, and that doesn't sound like me. Like I would never wait in line to play Rock Band, but I think there was just like literally nothing else to do.
The only other good game was Just Shapes and Beats. Like literally the only good game.
We actually hung out with the Berserk. Shout outs to Berserk Studios, who's making Just Shapes and Beats, a game called Infernax. They came and partied with us. I mean, if you call it a party, we just kind of hung out and drank and played Quiplash. But
it's a party.
Yeah, no, and their game is fucking amazing. And Rock Band and Just Shapes and Beats. And they were here this year too. Yeah. But this year they had a bunch of shit that were like I don't know, like I didn't even know that they were making like Nidhogg 2.
They had a lot of cool stuff this year.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there's Nidhogg 2, Jackbox Party Pack 3.
Party Pack 3, both of those which I had heard nothing about before TwitchCon.
Yeah. There's another weird one, I can't remember it. And like Ukulele was there, that was strange.
Yeah, I didn't know Ukulele.
It was strange how small it was there. You think Ukulele, the line would be out the door around the corner, but it was just
like a dumb little booth.
Well, it's empty. It was just like compared to PAX. Like, have you been to PAX, Jackson? Dude, like PAX is like
a circus.
It is a circus, and obviously, like I think that's a little crazy. But like TwitchCon is just like consistently they've bought venues way too big for the fucking draw. Like, and it does seem like, I mean, from what I know of people who bought like extra passes, that even they couldn't give them all away because I don't know. I mean, the only way I can think of it is just like, okay, who would go to TwitchCon other than streamers, and that's it. Fucking like 13, 14-year-olds,
nerds.
They'd have to ask their mommy.
Streamers. Industry folk, game development stuff.
Yeah,
but see,
the staff itself as well.
These aren't like attendees. Like attendees. I think I saw Rachel. You had like a Sunday badge or something, like a normal badge.
I had Friday, Saturday.
You had Friday, Saturday badge. But that was literally the only industry or partner badge I had seen the entire time. And it makes sense. I mean, again, like you said, like Twitch is free. Like everybody's a streamer or whatever, and
Well, I got just a normie badge, but it was through you, so that doesn't really count.
As I was playing in the hallways, I wanted to pay attention to who was looking at me, just peeking at the badge. It was mostly they said 3-day pass.
Really?
3-day pass.
I would like to see the numbers between partners in industry versus attendees and regular type people, if that makes sense.
Yeah. When we got there, I went to go get my badge from the will call. General admission line was almost nothing, and the partner line was
so long.
Of course. See, that's just. I mean,
kind of funny.
It's obvious to me. I don't know why.
It seems like it's just a circle jerk party.
Yeah, obviously, yeah, I don't know. The people who would attend TwitchCon, the viewers. I mean, how could they afford flying out to San Diego, California?
In order to do that. Ticket 3-day pass is $200.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Fucking the partner badge for TwitchCon, and you know what? Fuck it. I know I'm shit talking Twitch right now, but sorry, Jared. I know you're
we're like a yin yang, dude. You're like the dark side, I'm the light side.
I'm the fucking musician outlaw. You're the patron saint of Twitch.
I mentioned that to Rich earlier. It's I'm glad you two are here because I've been doing.
You're getting
YouTube.
Both sides.
I've been doing YouTube, but I'm starting to do Twitch, especially now after this weekend. I'm really trying to do it. And so Jules is like the YouTube daddy, and Jared is like the Twitch daddy. And so and I'm the child like the divorced parents. It's like one weekend is YouTube day.
No, I mean
oh my god.
I've said it before. Twitch has a great service. You can't dispute that it's the easiest to use.
It's bad.
It's got a fucking. it's like it's got the YouTube thing where it's like it's already got the audience, they're already there, you know, like so you stream on Twitch, like you have a way better fucking chance of getting an audience just by streaming anything, you know.
Oh yeah.
Then where else can you stream? Like fucking
Ustream and
literally
that's
where,
about it.
Yeah. Like fuck YouTube.
YouTube
like
gaming.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, fuck YouTube gaming.
Hitbox.tv.
Oh god.
Shout out to Project M.
Literally porn. No, I just but like my thing is just the same thing I have with YouTube, where it's just like all my problems with them is how they run it. Like, you know, I feel like one thing that I felt with TwitchCon, and you know, obviously this is turning into the fucking roast of Twitch here on my end, but
they deserve it.
Yeah, like they almost act like a company that's making no money, because like they act like. And it's almost like a pride thing where like, did you see, like, there were no volunteers. I saw no like volunteer workers for this. Like people whose job it would be to get microphones to panels and like chairs to panelists and stuff, like or you know, even just like, you know, somebody to fucking put the monitors on stage for the talent show, you know, like those aren't fucking glued to the ground. They can fucking put those, like that was the case with last year, like with the monitors. It was just like they were like, okay, we'll get somebody to put those monitors on stage. And then somebody actually told me, like, oh, they're actually taped there. It's like, then fucking untape them. Like, what the fuck? Like, but like, it almost seems like a pride thing where they're not going to have volunteers. They're going to only deal with Twitch staff or like Twitch admins or whatever. And there aren't enough. There aren't enough to put on a convention that fills up. I mean, even the half of the San Diego Convention Center that they got this year. Yeah. Last year they had the Moscone Center, but just the West building out of all 4 of those buildings, and they still couldn't fucking fill that up, and they still couldn't fucking run it because they didn't have enough staff. So it's just, I don't know, like
they just need to expand their horizons a little bit. Like that's the thing.
Or just fucking, I don't know, get over themselves. Like, I don't know.
I guess that's another way of putting it.
Yeah, I just.
But they have the corporate meme aspect.
And they have Amazon. They must be doing something.
Yeah. The only thing I can't stand about Twitch is that they kind of play favorites a bit.
Oh yeah.
And like that's the main problem. I mean, if you go on to the featured broadcaster thing in the TwitchCon app, maybe one of the 8 people that was on my panel was like actually had everything that they needed. Yeah. Like even Bernie didn't get as much recognition. I mean, yeah, he opened
Bernie,
for Twitch. Piano Improv Man.
Yeah, Piano Improv Man. Sure,
nicest guy ever.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like he didn't even get like the correct treatment that he kind of deserves, if that makes sense, because
he gets big numbers.
He's really respected. Like he's a great guy, and like I don't know, it's just Twitch finds the certain people that they really like, and then they put all their effort into helping them, and then the other guys who are really actually doing their own thing by themselves don't really get any help because they're like, oh, they're doing okay, you know, or oh, we don't want to help them because we're already helping this guy.
Right.
But once again, like
that sounds like just too small a team.
Yeah.
Just like, and that's like, it almost seems to me like, you know, the way that, like, I mean, Chatia 12 has been with Justin TV and stuff like that, like, you know, since the fucking olden days. It sounds like the way they're running it is as tight as possible, which I get. You don't want it to be corporate, right? You don't want to be fucking, you don't want to be YouTube, obviously. That's the other end of the spectrum here.
Yeah. Once again, I appreciate the platform. It's just, it's weird.
Yeah, again, like, I also agree, like, to iterate, I love streaming on Twitch because it's easy, and I feel like it's a really well put together service.
Yes.
But I feel like almost like
there are problems with anything. Technically.
Well, sure. Yeah. I mean, I feel like they're just, you know, I mean, who am I to talk? But they seem kind of obvious, you know. Like
I'd be curious to know, you know, sort of how these upper level mechanisms work. Even though Jared is our Abba Father for Twitch, this is even above his head, or like above all our heads.
I mean, it's like, yeah, I have a higher follower count or whatever, but like truthfully, the amount of time that I've been working on music and stuff like that, like all you guys have me beaten. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like. Well, I don't know about Rich, because Rich kind of like he not to say you blew up overnight, but you did blow up a lot faster.
No, I blew up overnight.
Well, okay,
I cheated.
See, I'm gonna let you say it, not me. But like you've been playing guitar for like 14 years, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, there's a bit of a distinction there, but yeah.
Like, and I've been playing drums for like 9 years, but like I've only been doing like online stuff for a year. And I mean, Julie, you've been doing it like 4 years now, 5 years, somewhere close to there. And I'm not sure how long you've been doing it, Jackson, but I just feel like y'all have a higher up like thought process than me. I don't know how.
No. It's different paths, but
right.
vaguely parallel.
Mm-hmm.
It's just different flavors. Jared, you said something very interesting, which to me a few hours ago, which to me should be obvious. It should have been very simple. It should be obvious, but you said at food, Jackson, what I do is much more suited for Twitch than for YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
I thought about it and I'm like, that's completely right.
Yeah.
That's about 1,000,000% right.
Yeah.
And it never, even with all the thinking I've been doing, it never once occurred to me what I do with my YouTube anyway, my YouTube channel with my accordion covers. It's like, that's freaking Twitch, dude. Air mattress, like
dude, air mattress.
Well, the thing is, like with what you do, you're able to improvise over just about anything, kind of like what I do, and that is so perfect for Twitch because it's like a live venue where people can put their input in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like somebody standing out in the crowd's like, "Yeah, play Freebird," and you'll actually play Freebird. Right. You know what I mean? Like it's not sanctioned, it's not taken care of. It's all live. It's all like improvised and just awesome, and like your personality as well is more suited for Twitch because you're talking, you're laughing, you're having a good time while you're doing it. You know what I mean? Like on YouTube you can only do so much, and you want to have a seriousness about you in certain cases. Like you want to make it as professional as possible so more people will see it and see your best work.
It's not off the cuff. It's like pre-recorded. It's like
exactly.
You've
right.
pondered on it. You've likely written a vague script or something.
Exactly, and that's
Twitch is like you might have a bit of you might have a bit of a schedule, but it seems like with just about everyone that goes off the rails because chat's gonna throw a wrench into it.
Yeah. Like that's the funny thing about it. It's like the human aspect of Twitch is the best part because there are YouTube comments, but chat is instant, and it will instantly change a cast if it's something that either the caster really likes.
The video
or
doesn't talk back to you on YouTube.
Right.
Exactly.
Like a dickheaded comment, whereas on Twitch you can be like, "Shut up."
Yeah, exactly.
You know what? I'd be curious. I wish Jack was here. I'd like to ask Toxic X Eternity's opinion on this because he's in a major band. He's in a touring band, and I want to ask his opinion. But Jared, you and I both have backgrounds in live performance, slightly different kinds of venues. But what is your thought on playing in person live for any event versus playing on a stream? What's the same? What's different?
Well, the biggest difference to me is like I have to like kind of correlate the numbers to what I'm doing. Like if I'm playing for 700 people on stream, I'm still just in the room by myself. You know what I mean? It's just the number fluctuates. If I'm in front of a room of 700 people, that's a big freaking room, you know? And like you have like stage fright and whatever that's happening because you can actually see the faces looking at you while you're on Twitch. It's a lot easier because you're not seeing all those faces. Like talking up on my panel, like I get really shaky, and like y'all could probably see like the redness in my cheeks because I was burning up on the freaking stage.
It's adorable.
Yeah. Oh god.
I'm the same way. No. Honestly, I was gonna say like I'm in a band and we perform. You know, we're not Jack, but like I totally agree with you. Mm-hmm. Like I get the worst fucking stage fright. Like I hate it. Like everybody always comes up to me after like MagFest and like. Give the fucking tilt fire. They're like, man, you're such a natural performer. Like, man, you just feel like it, dude. I'm shitting myself consistently through the whole thing. I'm shaking. Like, we were originally gonna do a classical guitar thing, but I feel so much better about doing like Adriana and I were gonna do like home, and some of the other stuff we've done together, like. On stage, like without fail, the second I sit down with my classical guitar and I put it up, and when it's time to play, my hands just start fucking Michael J. Fox time. It's awful, dude. And like,
does that happen consistently throughout the performance?
No, it gets easier. Okay. But like that first, and a lot of it is because of how intricate it is. Like just the slightest degree change of this hand, of the right hand, will change the tone dramatically from crisp piano like. Sam Griffin tones to like thwappy fucking like that nylon fucking
yeah.
So like sorry to cut you off. I just wanted to.
No, you're good. No worries.
Jared, I'm very glad you. I'm interested in that you respond that way. And like I said before, I wish Jack was here because I heard Jack say I think when he was on the podcast that he's much more intimidated by live streams than real live shows. Yeah.
It's not something I would expect to hear from you either.
I mean, I haven't given my opinion on it.
No, him.
Oh, Jack.
Yeah, Jack. I wouldn't expect to hear that response come from Jack.
Like,
yeah, neither did I. It just caught me completely off guard. You know, I'm like, you play live shows all the time. Like, you would think.
Yeah. Like you had asked me that question too, and like I told you about it, but like, man, yeah, for Jack, like I know that the camera's kind of intimidating, but I feel like that's something that's easy to get over.
Yeah.
Whereas like a crowd is a crowd of people, like you said, that's like all those faces, is all the people being like, okay, you have our attention.
Yeah, it's like certain people are wired for certain different things, if that makes sense. Because like I'll look at the camera and I know that I'm looking into the face of like 700 or whatever people.
But it's still just like a Logitech webcam.
Exactly. I'm looking at a C920 and I'm just like,
and then you look at the chat and there's just a bunch of people like spamming memes and you're like, these fucking idiots.
Yeah,
and you're just like, whatever.
basically.
See, I've talked to Jack about this exact thing too, because like I used to I want to get back into it, but I used to do the same thing that Jack did, where I'd play medleys and stuff live on cast, you know, with my videos and stuff going too. The reason why I think in a lot of ways streaming is harder than a live show is because when you're playing live on stage and you fuck up a note, like there's so much sensory overload going on. Like the monitors are blaring, people are screaming.
Oh, it's so easy to skip past that.
Yeah.
Like you don't even notice it. Like the performance,
especially metal,
right?
Because like you go to, let's be honest, you go to a metal show, most of what you're hearing is like, like you don't hear, like if you're familiar with the song, you might pick up some things, but you're there just because it's fun and loud and annoying. But like, you're not, like, unless it's just like a literal solo where there's like a quiet piano backing track, it's like, okay, solo time. Most of the time you can just be like, boop, 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 boop. Nobody will fucking know.
Right. Well, like, so on the contrast, when you're streaming and you have like your headphones on, you get the backing track and you're playing to it, every fuck up is just like this, just this fucking roller coaster of emotions. Been just thinking about like, fuck, did they hear that? Was that good enough? No, I don't know if that, is that gonna pass? Are people freaking out? People aren't gonna say anything if they, you know, they're gonna be nice to me. But I think that fucked up. I think a lot of people are like, each fucking fuck up is that, at least for me. So like, that's kind of what like kind of makes me
each freaking frick up.
Yeah, every freaking frick up. I go, dang.
Well, gosh darn.
Gosh dang, I done crapped that solo.
I done bombed this number up.
I love the influence that I bring to the table sometimes.
It's a big thing.
I noticed people saying frick without realizing it now.
Yeah.
I did that a few times today. I really feel like it's a lot more. I feel a lot more pressure to not fuck up when I'm streaming, because I feel like there isn't the crowd going. There isn't like, you know, badly mixed fucking kick pedal that's just going over everything. You know.
Fine.
Like you kind of learn to, like, when you play a lot of live shows, like, rely on the fact that fuck it, everyone's here to have a good time. On stream, no, people are coming in.
There's
and
a bunch of dickheads staring intently at what you're doing, and then there'll
be one that says something about it.
I don't agree with that paradiddle, Mr. Bit Drummer.
Mr. Bit Drummer. My most hated thing that somebody can say to me is, dude, you're overplaying so hard. I'm like, I'm improvising to a song I've never heard before. You know what I mean?
So
it's like,
you like never overplay.
Yeah, exactly. Like I try my best to, because like I go by the motto, like the less is more in most cases. Because like people will give me music from Dark Souls 3 to play, and it's like boom, 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 you know, stuff like that, and you're not going to be like the entire time.
I will.
Yeah,
you will. But I don't follow your references, but. That's the thing. It's like, and people will actually complain about that sometimes. Like if I'm just doing like little tiny fills and stuff, they're like, why aren't you going ham on this? It's like, because you can't.
Yeah.
You know, but I have much harder times playing in front of people, because I feel like if I frick up, then it's like, especially in like a churchy like background, because I'm usually playing for like youth groups and stuff like that. If I frick up, that kind of like messes up the flow of everything, you know? But on stream, I'm just like, I missed that note, frick. All right, let's go anyway. So we'll just go, you know?
You have a good way, like you both actually have like this thing where you both just kind of go like, like when you mess up. And that makes it, that's kind of like an acknowledgement, which I think it's actually kind of worse if you refuse to acknowledge it, and then the chat's like, well, wait a minute,
it's comical.
You messed up.
Yeah.
But if you're just like, fuck, I fucked it, then people are like, huh.
Yeah.
Basically.
In the classical world, it's sort of like a mutual respect thing among professionals. It's the leg lift. It's like, especially among win players, it's like if they dick up, they'll do one of these, and that's acknowledgement to the section mates. Like, yeah, I messed it up and I know I did. So like, you don't necessarily have to grill me out about it next time. If you watch the talent show thing, you'll definitely see that I clammed a good handful of notes there. And if the camera happens to be on my face, you can probably see it on my face, because I'll probably make like a goofy like little like weird like smile
Yeah.
or like look up at the sky or like open up my eyes wide.
Yeah.
That's I do that instead of screaming.
Those tells can actually be a lot more comical than like hurtful in the situation, especially when you're streaming.
It's
bless you, by the way.
There you go. It's a live show. It's like, you know, if people want to hear, you know, this accordion tune played great, go to my YouTube because I did 3 hours it takes to get the good one.
If you want to hear it here,
here you want to hear the fun version, stay here. If you want to hear the pristine, you know, album version, then, you know, you can go to the YouTube and bop that MF, you know, like button.
like I don't even have an album version. Like all of my YouTube videos are just me just like suffering through some songs, you know.
It's fun though.
Yeah.
I definitely did not grow up in a jam environment. I feel like a lot of I know for a fact a lot of listeners who do listen to BoyFlop kind of feel this way too. People who kind of like, they didn't grow up with a lot of musicians around them, so you didn't necessarily have like, yo, let's fucking jam, and you know, they play the fucking 12-bar blues or they do whatever. Like I never had that. So like my only experience with learning music was like, oh boy, Guitar World just came in the mail with the new Trivium single.
A new solo.
The new fucking solo.
In the back of the magazine.
I could play the fuck out of the Crusade, you know, like a really fucking hard song, and like the fucking, you know, I had the tab and I memorized it. I actually had like a loop station that I would like record all the parts and just have the entire song, and just, it was like a little video game for me, you know what I mean? Like fill out a whole, you know, thing. And then I'd go to like a party or something, and I'm like, hey, there's a guitar here, you play guitar, right, Jules, you want to play? And then they're all jamming on something, and I remember the first time I jammed, I just shut down. Yeah. I just shut down because like I didn't know there is rules that you learn by just doing that and fucking up. You know what I mean? Like being the noob and having just like, you know, playing a bunch of clams and then just kind of feeling out, and eventually you understand it, you get into
suddenly
that flow.
you're a dad.
You know, Jules, I'm so glad to hear you say that. I'm so glad this is like, this is why I like internet stuff. There are things like GDQ and like TwitchCon where it's like a bunch of internet friends meet up in the same place for like one time a year, and then it's gone. It's like Pirates of the Caribbean. It's like you can only go home like every 10 years. It's like backward. it's like that, or like Odysseus, like gone for like a million years and then back home, because different people from like such different like backgrounds, but we can still speak English, come together for like one day. It's like, you're really different, and then we leave.
You're fucking weird, dude. It's so good.
Hold on. Like Jules, like I never grew up in a jam environment. Like I grew up in a heavily jam environment.
Yeah. Same.
Or roughly similar. It was such a weird sea change. It was like, I can imagine like the first Europeans to like land in Japan. Yeah. And like, what is Japan? You know, when I was first talking to Evan and I think eventually Rich about how they work. And I'm like, Evan, want to jam out on this thing on me?
Yeah.
And he's like, no, not really.
Dude, it's really interesting. Yeah.
And I found out that you guys are studio cats.
Yep.
Indoor cats. And I'm like, that's a way you can do this. That's a way you can do this thing. It never clicked like that. That can be what somebody does.
Unless it's for me personally. Unless it's drums. If it's like me and a drummer, normally it's like fine. But if it's like another guitar or any other instrument, I'm just like, what?
Yeah.
I want to do this.
Like that.
I'm sure for like, it's the same thing for us. Like, we don't understand how you can just play notes and it sounds good. We need like if you grew up the way that like I did, and I'm sure you did, like with guitar, it's just like we need the music. We need to know what to play. Like, we don't want to fuck it up and stuff. Like, frick it up. Like
you don't want to frick it.
Yeah.
Jules, you and I are both school kids.
Yes.
These two gents are. A lot of the classical attitude is that. Yes. A lot of classical kids have a hard time improvising. You know, especially if they're brand new to it, and.
That was one of the reasons I took. I had the option. Like I went to I had no plans when I went into my audition for music school, except like I sure want to learn some shit. Like, and so the teacher asked me, Bob Ferrier. He's fucking the big jolly jazz guitarist of Western Massachusetts.
We know you're listening.
Everybody, it's funny. He's just like this happy, like, and like everybody in that area knows him. It's like, oh, fucking Bob Ferrier.
That's nice.
Fucking, he just looks me in the eyes and was like, well, now, Jules, is it going to be jazz guitar or classical guitar? And I was just like,
fuck. Yes, sir.
Yeah, yes. Like, and like I considered it, and I was like, well, I feel like jazz, you need like an upbringing with jamming and stuff like that. Classical guitar is more just like what would I do with, you know, metal and punk.
It's like an orchestra rather than something else. Because like I can't read music at all.
Yeah.
Like, and it's kind of weird because like that's really funny that you say that. And I've never really thought of it that way, is that there are people who are brought up in that atmosphere, like the jammers, and then the people who are very specific with how they do things. Because, like, my whole entire career has been improv. Because I was playing in a church band, and it was freaking like, okay, I need to listen for whenever they're going to cut down a little bit. It's like, okay, now we're going into the slower build and everything like that. So that's been my whole life.
I envy that, man. Like, I wish I had that. I wish I had that so badly, because then I wouldn't, like...
You and I were probably the kids were like, well, you in school too, but we're probably the ones, again, with the Guitar Informer, whatever, magazine, just sitting in a room with the door closed. I'm glad you guys caught that. With like a half-drinking thing of Monster and a half-empty bag of Cheetos and a Hot Pocket that you left in the microwave, and you're going, no, let's try that again. Let's try that again. I did it, Mom! Go to bed.
Pretty much.
And so to synthesize these two sort of different houses, like these divorced parents, things, me, and I saw it, to put it bluntly, I saw this attitude more with jazz people in school. More jazz people in school were like, man, most of them came to the school knowing how to play jazz, knowing how to improvise, having a lot of information walking in the door, but they wanted to further it. More jazz people, I saw the attitude of like, I want to jam, but I also want to read.
Right.
I want to be able to sit in a big band and also sit in a trio and also sit in an orchestra. Like if that happens.
I had the reverse thing where like I went in, like I was just like, all right, I feel like I'm gonna do. Well, I also feel like classical guitar is gonna kick my ass harder than jazz. I'm gonna walk into jazz and I'm gonna be like, all right, here's your solo, play that for the next 2 years. You know, like this is part of your arsenal that you can always use and stuff. Whereas classical guitar, it's like, okay, here's the piece. Don't fucking come back until that's fucking mastered. I don't want to hear one wrong note next week. You know, and like, I don't know, like. But then eventually I was just like, okay, you know, this is what I've been doing this whole time. So then I started studying jazz guitar, jazz bass actually. I did a little jazz bass stuff in college and stuff, and it was a lot of fun. So
one of my sort of he's probably not going to hear this, but if you are, Derek, one of my biggest sort of musical like role models or like papa models is a guy I went to school with by the name of Derek Ganong, and he's an amazing trumpet player, trumpet and flugelhorn, and this dude, put him anywhere, and he's going to sound great. Big band, lead trumpet, he'll sound great. Fourth flugelhorn, he'll sound great. Symphony orchestra, first trumpet, he'll sound great. Fourth bass trumpet, he'll sound great. Pop band, salsa, Latin. On his recital, he did an arrangement of that Animals as Leaders tune for like a brass band.
CAFO?
And I forgot what it's called.
Wait, the
one I've been singing the whole time. Bum 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 bum.
Pumping time?
I forgot what it's called. Okay, well it's whatever. It's that one.
Frick.
It's that one. And it's like, this dude can just sit anywhere and just be great. You know.
I fucking hate people like that.
Yeah.
And also, of course, he plays the flugelhorn or some fucking made up fucking.
He's not. He's got
some Narnia.
He's got like his 5 trumpet bag. It's like I got my B flat, got my jazz B flat, got my C, got my piccolo, got my E flat / D flat. Got my flugelhorn, got my good flugelhorn. It's like
they always play. Yeah, they always play like obsessed over one just like totally fucking made up instrument, right? Like the fucking like the worst faggot. You know about the worst faggot? The worst faggot. It's I'm not being derogatory.
Is it a kind of bassoon?
It's a German horn. I don't know if it's still made, but it got a lot of laughs in the music literature. It is the sausage bassoon, the worst faggot.
Sausage bassoon. Is that like a nickname or is it a completely different instrument?
That's an instrument. It might be like a Baroque thing, but I remember in music literature, like the teacher's just like, all right, get it out now. We're learning about the worst faggot today.
That's funny.
Yeah, but no, like I, it's always like oboe or some shit, and like they fucking like they're like gods.
And they master it. Yeah, 100%.
I don't know. I'm just jealous. I'm not.
I feel like at that point,
platform 9 3/4 Diagon Alley ass fucking instrument made up shit.
I feel like at that point, like the person they
Ollivander's bullshit.
Oh my god. I feel like at that point the person they transcend the instrument. It's like you're not mastering the guitar, you're not mastering the trumpet, you're not mastering whatever. You're mastering music.
Yeah.
And you just have total control. It's like,
dude, that's the fucking Chopin thing, man. You just like, it's not about fucking being able to like sweep pick fast. It's not about fucking being able to like jam on giant steps. It's all about that fucking like get the listener and just hold their emotions in your hand and just be like,
And see, at that point, the sweep picking, it doesn't matter. It's a non-issue whether you can or can't do it.
Yeah.
Of course you can, but it's a non-issue. It's not important. What is important is what the music is, what needs to go into it.
Yeah.
The sweep picking need to go into it. Maybe. If it does, then you do it. If not, then you don't do it.
I wish we were talking to my Twitch chat right now.
And if you can't do that, make a YouTube channel.
Dude, I'm so happy. I've heard the word overplaying this week like a half dozen times, and now when I go back, I'm gonna listen to drums I think I've never listened to drums before.
Yeah.
I'm gonna listen is this overplaying? Is it not?
Sounds like shit that like somebody who's looking to fucking critique something.
Yeah,
say.
exactly.
I remember I got a bunch of comments on. I think it was I did a Mad Monster Mansion cover, like fucking 6 years ago or some shit.
There you go.
And I did the like the sweep picking or whatever. And it's like, they're very basic, just arpeggios and stuff, but they're moving around the fucking Grant Kirkhope chords. And people in the comments were just like, why don't you try using a sweep pattern that's not the one that everybody uses? It's like, I don't know, maybe because that's the fucking song. That's how the song goes, idiot. And of course, like back then, like when you're just starting on YouTube or Twitch or something, I'm sure you've dealt with this early on. Like, if somebody gave you critique, you were way more likely to be like, "Oh, I fricked up."
Yeah, we talked about that the last time I was here too. It's
really?
because whenever you're talking to somebody new, if you're gonna leave a terrible comment, you don't know like where that's gonna make them think. Because it's like, oh well, hey, I guess it's not even good enough for me to try doing this. Whenever they could probably be one of the best in the world. You know what I mean?
Right.
And the thing is that you have to like overcome those thoughts or fight them in the best way that you know how, either in a positive way or have your own spin of negative like comedy towards it.
Right. Absolutely.
Because negative comments freaking suck and they hurt.
Yeah. You're the best, dude. You're the absolute fucking best at doing that, because you just like, well, I hope you have a nice day.
Yeah.
And then you just kill them with kindness, man.
Yeah, I've been really bad at that lately.
Yeah.
I'm getting back into it now because like the past couple months have been hard for me.
It's the opposite of like you, Rich. You like some people will leave a comment and you'll just like straight up just be like, "Well, you're a fucking idiot."
I don't say that to you.
I know. But
This topic comes up in this podcast quite a bit.
What?
This topic comes up on this podcast.
Like mean comments,
I'm sure.
Yeah, we're already drifting back towards comments.
I'm sure. I don't know. I'm sure we're fucking. What? Oh yeah, take a shot.
I thought you were telling him to drink the aloe vera.
I was sleeping in my beautiful futon, and then Richard EB thought it was a great idea to bring his nearly completely full bottle of aloe vera jack-off lotion and throw it at my dick.
You want to know? Yeah, Ryan bought that. I told him not to because I was like, dude, we don't need that much. And he's like, I'm gonna fucking buy it, and then he just bought it.
Oh, Papa Pete, Papa Daddy needs his rubby lotion.
We made Adriana say Papa on stage, referring to Ryan Laffer. That's
funny.
And it was glorious.
That's funny. What time is it?
So in conclusion, Twitch sucks, and you need to go to the airport.
What time
now.
It's
like 7:19.
All right, yeah, I gotta wrap up.
We gotta get the kids out of here.
So quickly we'll go around and say the stuff. First of all, Jackson, where can people find you if they're interested in your accordion playing?
I'm pretty sure JacksonParodi.com still redirects to my YouTube, so that's kind of neat. But YouTube.com/JacksonParodi has a bunch of my videos.
Yep.
Well, I guess now my set number 2 should be twitch.tv/JacksonParodi. That's PARODI, by the way. It'll be in the thing.
If you can't find him, literally just go on Google and search video game accordion guy. He does show up.
Yeah, he will.
It was like the first couple of results.
I'm at least the first American.
Yeah.
Shout outs to Vadim.
Shout outs to Vadim, my Twitch pseudo nemesis. It's a friendly.
He's a cohort.
It's a friend. Yeah, we're on again parallel paths.
Nice. All right, let's go around. What are you working on for the next week or so? Like when you get back, you're going to be home pretty soon. I know you got a lot of driving going on.
Any idea when this is going to be uploaded?
This will be this Wednesday.
This coming Wednesday? Yes. Well, I'm most likely, assuming that I can get back to Orlando with saving, I'm probably going to be streaming. I'm going to try every day for at least the next week.
Good luck. I did that once, and it was an undertaking. So good luck to you.
Maybe not like 4-hour streams, but like doing something. Probably accordion playing. Maybe something else if other work.
One thing I'd recommend is try to get like a
drink lots of Gatorade.
No, yes, but no. Try to get a schedule set for a weekly schedule if possible. That's what's going to push you further, because like I've been doing the same 4 days for the past year, and that's the only reason why people are showing up right when they are, right at the beginning, is because they know I'm going to be there. People actually have their schedules set around my stream, which is really strange.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But that's just something to think about, is like, what days do you know you're going to be able to play? And for what time? And if you could set that, put it on your info, and you're good to go.
I definitely don't want to abandon YouTube. But really, for me, one cover a week on YouTube is a very light load. I can easily do that,
and that's plenty for listeners too.
And do streaming. So I'll square that circle somehow. But when I get back, I want to sort of like just get rid of all this like pent up like TwitchCon emotion. Just get it out there.
Do it.
And then from that like pay attention to things like times, like what's going on there, and then formulate what would be the best approach to a regular schedule thing.
Yeah.
Last night I spent a few hours putting together some stream graphics.
You were up so late, dude.
I want it to be productive. So I think I'm just gonna get out the initial burst. So a lot of streaming. So by the time people are listening to this, I'm probably gonna be streaming, at twitch.tv/Jackson Parodi, Parodi.
We will be in those chat rooms, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. And I like, if we're taking off, I appreciate you guys, especially Rich and Jules, you guys, for letting me be here in your home. To John, who's forever in our hearts.
Yeah. Rest in peace.
Peace be upon him.
Peace be upon him. I really, seriously, I appreciate it. Especially Rich. I was working with you on Here We Are, which people can check out. That came out a week ago. If you're listening to this the day that comes out, I really appreciate y'all letting me be here and showing me incredible hospitality.
Shut up, Jared. What are you? Jared, what are you working on for the next week?
Frick.
What a wonderful segue. For the next week, I'm going to be in, whenever this comes out, I'm going to be in Canada. I'm going to be visiting with Chatia 12 Erica. And I'm not going to be doing anything drumming-wise, which makes me sad.
Yes.
So I will be doing, gaming streams while I'm there. So, I'm not going to be offline for over a week or whatever. But, that whole Twitch Prime thing is a big deal right now.
That shit.
Yeah, I want to see if I can get on that. But other than that, whenever I get back, I'm just going to continue doing the streams. We might be changing a day instead of Saturdays. I might start playing Thursdays. So it's Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Nobody knows about this. So this is like a first heard thing.
BoyFlop.
So,
Why is that?
Yeah.
Why is that, Jared? If you don't mind.
I kind of want my weekend back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've been going about a year without having a weekend, like a real weekend. Like my weekend is Wednesday and Thursday, and it's kind of weird for me. But I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out. I like having one day on the weekend because it makes it a lot better for certain viewers and whatnot. But other than that, I'm gonna be in Canada for a week, and then I'll be back, and we'll be doing more drumming action. So that's about it.
Twitch.tv/the8bit drummer.
The 8-bit drummer.
Yes.
On everything, just about.
Yeah, literally everything.
Literally
Yeah,
everything.
nice.
Awesome. Rich, what about you?
Buy my book.
You released an album.
Buy my book. Give me money. Give me money right now. No,
Power of positive sweeping.
Yeah, I just released my follow-up album from last year's Determination with Ace Waters. And everyone in this room, or at least on this podcast anyway, we have some interlopers, has a part on that album. At least one part.
I'm on a high-selling album on the internet.
Yeah.
I'm actually really excited about that. My mom is too. She's flipping about that.
It's number 1 on Bandcamp right now.
Yeah, I know.
It's called Determination: The Purple Side. It's 5 tracks from me, 5 tracks from Ace, where we swap the area boss theming, and then there's some other stuff on there, including a really fucking stupid bonus track that Jules and Adriana worked on, and John unfortunately is part of.
Yeah,
but he gave his consent.
We actually, if you guys remember, I think it was episode 13 or something around there. We made John sing "Bum" on BoyFlop, and surprisingly, he was fucking close to see like that.
Yeah.
Like he was almost dead on.
Bum,
no, yeah,
bum,
yeah,
bum, yeah.
Any
bum.
reference, he was just bam, just saying C.
And he was sick.
He was sick, so you can hear. It's really
And
funny.
we sampled that, and there's some fun stuff on there. Go check it out. 20% of proceeds from that album go to charity.
Oh dang!
Nice.
Lots of cool stuff on there, and it's seriously the last hurrah. I fucking hope the last hurrah of Undertale from me and Ace. We had a conversation after we released the album and everything came out, and we're just like, dude, I'm so glad because I'm so fucking done with this. Very much ready to move on from Undertale, and on top of that, we have another guest who's visiting next weekend. We'll keep that a secret because it'll be funny.
It will be funny.
And him and I are probably going to be doing something, and then I imagine he'll be on other people's things too. And then
Are you mixing it?
I'll be mixing it. It's not nice.
Cheers.
Cheers. Drink the aloe vera.
Drink the aloe vera.
And then Adrisaurus is here right now. She's in the other room playing Ace Attorney. Her and I are planning an anime cover.
Yeah.
And
really
what?
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
I'm delving into anime. It's the same one that John's getting fuckloads of requests for, and I've been telling him to do it, and he's not doing it. And now I think he's finally realizing, like, oh, I should probably do this. And
it's gonna be rad.
Adrisaurus and I are gonna be trying to do that. And then on top of that, there might be a little bit of a dry spell for me because I'm gonna be fucking traveling a lot the last quarter of this year. I'm going to be at Portland Retro Gaming Expo. I'm going to be at MagFest for Michigan friends back in Michigan. I'll be visiting home. I don't know. Past that, I'm just going to be trying to stockpile as many whatever video game shits as possible. And probably doing more recent stuff as well. I'm going to try to cool it on the nostalgia bait stuff and the Undertale stuff. Obviously, do some Witcher 3, do some Bloodborne, do some Dark Souls. Lots of stuff planned. Jules, what are you doing?
I gotta play Witcher 3.
It's really good.
Yeah, I'll probably play it soon.
What's going down, Jules?
A lot. Just played TwitchCon. You can see the VOD. Fucking played at the Tiltify.
We can see you. Oh, I'm sorry. You're going to talk about it.
What?
Sorry.
Yeah, it was at the Tiltify panel. Twitch.tv/Tiltify. It's like the last VOD of TwitchCon. It's the very end. You can see Chase Sings. Amazing Twitch.
Dude.
So handsome.
Beautiful man.
Beautiful man.
And equally beautiful voice.
He looks like Rick Astley.
Yeah, it kind of looks like Rick Astley. In all the most wonderful ways.
Idiosaurus
put on a stellar show. I played 2.5 covers, and they literally started beating me with baseball bats to get off the stage. And
you can actually, I won't spoil it, but you can actually pinpoint the part where everything's about to burn down to the ground on the VOD. It's really funny. Shout outs to that camera guy. He's the best.
Yeah, the camera guy. The
40s for the camera guy.
Yeah.
He's the best. Come be on BoyFlop.
Yeah, best team I've ever dealt with. I dealt with them during my Polaris set like a few years ago, and they're absolutely phenomenal.
Awesome.
Also, I released the top 10 mini boss themes I think a week or two ago, and very happy with, or not mini boss, Jesus, shop themes. Just kidding. No, I wasn't happy. That was a mess. Fuck that medley.
Jesus.
Ernie Ballschechter talked about that. I am adding votes for the final boss medley. So far, I've showed these guys what's been winning, and it's going to be really good. I think it's going to be really. What? Final. I'm really tired.
Someone's been drinking.
Yeah, I've been
Final
drinking,
level.
and this is the first day
After TwitchCon.
After TwitchCon, I am really tired. Final level themes. I'm really excited for that. I'm also going to drop this right here, right now. There will only be 3 more top 10 medleys.
Oh, snap.
But what comes after that?
Oh, I guess you're gonna I'm doing a full metal Undertale album.
I mean,
even more determined.
If you want people to latch onto your dick and then they never let go, then go for it.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. That was my dream in high school. Anyways,
Just change your name to Toby. I'm planning on doing it too.
Hell yeah, dude.
Other than that,
Heck yeah, dude.
I've been thinking about the 50 video game songs in 2 minutes didn't have quite the pull I thought it was going to, just because it's a meme viral fucking clickbait video. But I had so much fun doing it, and it's I think it's going to be a staple in my live show because it's fun to play. That I'm thinking about doing another one soon. Only for indie games.
Nice.
So it would actually be more like Super Meat Boy.
You gonna be adjusting the template there at all a little bit, like?
It's probably gonna be 3 minutes or so.
Okay.
Like just because a lot of people said like, we get it, it's impressive. Shut up, play a little bit more of the theme, And I'm like, okay, fine, whatever.
I'm excited to play that one.
Yeah, dude. I'll make it a little bit more possible.
Thank you.
I made you. I remember when that came out. It was right after you played Determination, and then your mod was like, hey, Jared wants you to make a request, so I requested Jules' thing, and you were just kind of baffled the whole time, even though I think you had played it like once.
I listened to it like a couple times. Yeah.
While I was arranging it too.
Yeah.
All I remember from that stream, aside from the termination stuff, is that you said tits.
I was like, tits. I was hard.
You were just like, Jesus Christ, tits. This is hard. And I was just like, man, he's a couple steps up from Frick.
I was super impressed when I saw Jules play it live on stream. I'm like, dang, that's really hot. And I saw Jared play live on his stream. I'm like, how does this kid know this too?
Well, somebody came up to me at the Tiltify show and they were just like, oh yeah, Jared played drums for that, right? And I was like, no. Somehow he listened to the fucking thing and he figured it out, which is more impressive.
Yeah, I've gotten that too. I've gotten a few people being like, oh, Jared did all the drums for Determination. And I was like, well, no, he knows how to play it, but no, a computer did that.
That's cool to hear, actually. I didn't know that.
Awesome. All right, we got to get you.
This kid's gonna miss flights.
Thank you guys so much for listening to BoyFlop 38. Doop doop dop scuba dump boop. Like, comment, subscribe. Bye.